I think that women and families, husbands and wives, spouses, couples in general, often go through the fertility struggle silently. It's a sort of secret society, and we tend to suffer in silence. And I think it's really important for those folks that are out there now going through this process or thinking about this process or are struggling through this process to know that you're not alone. So I think it's important for those of us that have been through this and have had success with it, share our stories, to give those people encouragement, to tell them to continue the fight and to move forward and stick with the plan, because ultimately you can have success. What I found to be the biggest struggle was going through an IUI or an IVF and having it fail. That's going to happen, I think, just by virtue of the fact that we have to figure out what works from a medicine perspective, a treatment perspective, and the treatment plan that we need to follow. And we went through 4 IUIs and 2 IVFs before we had our success. I went through all of the Mayan massage. I did the yoga. I committed to everything that I could commit to. The acupuncture, for me, it was fully committing to everything that was suggested, that's recommended. The staff here at CNY is so helpful in that too, because they will tell you, the best forms of treatment, the best forms of massage and acupuncture that you should be thinking about. So for me, committing to that and knowing that I was doing everything that I could do to get success was peace of mind for me. And that's the encouragement that I want to offer other people that are going through this is stick with the process, stick with the plan, put in everything, go all in. Because once you're all in, you know that you've done everything that you can do. Keto became a lifestyle change for us. And it really has made us just feel better, generally. I don't necessarily have my child eat ketogenically because I feel like she's a kid and she should just enjoy what she wants to enjoy and eat the things that she likes to eat. But my husband and I try to follow as much of a keto lifestyle as we can, just because it's helped us in so many other ways. I feel refreshed mentally, physically. I've lost some weight as a result of it, and I just feel good about where we are. It's a good way of life. It's a good way of eating, and to me, it's just a health factor to just remain on keto and feel better physically and look better physically. It's cleared up skin, and it's just made us feel like we're healthier people. We were motivated to stay focused, and the biggest help in that was Dr. Kiltz, not giving up on us, so we weren't going to give up on him. He promised us a baby, and he got us a baby. After 3 solid years of it didn't work, it was negative, to finally have that call where they said, it's positive, I froze. I had no words, and I think for 5 minutes on the phone, the nurse was like, are you there? Are you okay? Is everything? And my husband wasn't even home, he was at work. And I had to just let it sink in because I couldn't believe that it was true. I couldn't believe for that moment that it had worked, that we'd had our success story. Telling my husband and having his reaction be what it was, that moment of shock and surprise and, oh my gosh, we actually have our story, we have our success, where this is real. That was a surreal moment for us as a couple. Life with our child is like life never imagined, and I would not trade it for the world. When I found out she was a girl, I was ecstatic. My husband was ecstatic. I think, secretly he wanted a girl, even though most men sort of say, I want a boy. He wanted a girl, I think. She is the center of our universe. She's the light of our lives, and I wouldn't trade anything for what we have with Olivia. The great thing about CNY is that it's so flexible in that you really can choose your own path. There's no standard that they have to follow. There's no protocol that they force you to follow. It really is medicine by choice. And I think Dr. Kiltz has done a wonderful thing by creating an Eastern and Western merging of modern medicine and really putting in 110% of himself and his staff to help individuals get their lifelong dream of having a child. And if you're in that sort of final stretch of your process and you're ready to give up hope, don't, because you will get out of it what you put into it. And it's so easy to finally say, I want to just walk away from all of this. But if you can just get through that moment of emotional, breakdown or that loss grieving when you need to grieve, because everybody has to go through that grieving process, but the next morning, wake up and get back on that bike and start riding down that hill, because you know you can do it. You can stay strong and you can get through this process.